Hi, my name is Elizabeth Few, and these are my team members on the Mechatronics Challenge. Jeremiah Fiagbeji, Barnabas Nomo, Andula Techi, Harriet Fiagbo, and Sawyer Fellon, a WPI student.
Hello, my name is Barnabas Numo. I'm a third year computer engineering student at Academic City, and this is what my team and I decided to work on. So over the past couple of weeks, we've been making trips to the largest e-waste dump site in the world. That's in Ghana here, Agbogbloshie. And we just try to understand the processes and life cycles that people working there go through as soon as they have junk arriving or scraps arriving. And so we've spent a lot of time interacting with a lot of these scrap dealers, and we realized that when parts arrive, especially for electronics, they open it up, try to scavenge whichever parts that they think might be necessary. So because these people live hand to mouth, they usually like to prioritize operations that will bring them money quickly. And so they would rather harvest ICs from boards and then discard the rest of the board, burn wires, and discard all the plastics. Very little recycling happens there. And so we were very glad when we discovered that for a lot of the aluminum pieces, they have on-site smelters who make them into pots and pans. And so from our interaction with these smelters, we realized that they buy a lot of these aluminum components from the scrap dealers after they've taken them out of the items that arrive. And they have pre-made molds that they use for these pots and pans. So upon our interaction, one thing that we really realized was that they had so much potential to do more, but then they were limited by the type of products that they were making. And so we came back and we thought about it for a while. And upon interaction with people who also work with aluminiums, and by people we mean students, researchers, and anyone generally who works with fabrication, we realized that they were also struggling with getting custom-made parts that they needed for their projects. And so we realized there was a big disconnect because the suppliers or the makers of the aluminum parts were talking about a lack of access to a market, and the market was complaining about a lack of access to pre-made parts. And so we decided to come up with a solution in line with the Sustainable Development Goals 1, 8, and 17, which is no poverty, decent work and economic growth, and partnership for goals. We, the students at Academic City and WPI, decided to partner to build solutions that will help these people. And so in terms of access to markets, we decided to come up with a website where people who are working on projects that need very specific aluminum parts made can go to that website and upload their parts, specify their dimensions, their specifications, how they want it made. And all that data will come to us, the students here. And what we will do is that we validate their designs and make life-size 3D models of what they want, so that we can take the models to the smelters to have molds made for us. And the reason why we are taking this approach is because, as I mentioned earlier, these smelters already have pre-made molds for their pots and pans. And to make something like an engine block will require an insane level of skill, which they may not have the expertise to produce. But then when we observe their molds, we realize that if they do have a mold, they are able to make parts to the standards that we want. And so from this project, we believe that we'll be able to give them a connection to a larger market than they had previously known because of the diversity of the parts that they'll be building. And we'd also be able to enrich them because now they have more money streaming in. And we hope that through this, we can have a very large and successful partnership between people from WPI, Academic City, and the smelters at Agbogbloshie. Thank you.